Hi, this is Wade from Barnevang Verksted in Oslo, Norway. We're going to show you a little bit about the TFK Twinner Twist today, some of the advantages and how it works both on regular roads and flat ways as well as off-road. It's going to be a general review, and we'll close up with some of the common problems that can occur with the stroller. Overall, we are very satisfied with this stroller. It's just about the best two-seat stroller on the market. And let's get started. So this is what it looks like folded down. It's very small. You can take off both the front wheels and the back wheels, so you will have to disattach the brakes on the back wheels if you need more room. And when you put it in the car, it takes up as much room as a lot of single-seat strollers. To fold it up, just need to flip out the back part. Part flips up by itself. Push down on the basket underneath. Clip the side clips. And you can lift up the handlebar. Find a more in-depth review, I'm sure, on YouTube about the functions. Just to be really quick. The width is nice. It fits in a standard doorway. And yeah, let's see. One nice feature on like the middle models to the newest model is the two seats with two hoods, two canopies, such that you can remove one whole side and put a hard bag on it for a baby. With the hard bag on one side, you can use it up to 6 months, roughly up to when the baby begins to sit up and move around. And once you have the two seats, you can use it from around 6 months up until you're done with strollers at 4 or 5 years old. Today we're going to take 2 5-year-olds in this, which might be a little too much weight, but these are constructed rather sturdily, so we'll take the chance. Not that I recommend it to others, but from experience it should be able to hold on to it. Yeah, alright, we'll talk a little more when we're on the road. Okay, now we're out and wheeling the stroller and going down a relatively steep hill, so I thought it would be a good point to talk about how convenient it is to have a handbrake. You have a lot of weight in the stroller, then you can use the handbrake to regulate as you're going downhill. In addition, I wanted to point out a weak point on the stroller, although it's really the same with all strollers, which is the regulating mechanism for the handlebar. If you have too much weight in your stroller and you're going over bumps and uneven terrain and so on, you need to really be careful because all of that weight is on this bar and it's very easy to break inside these mechanisms. You should never, for example, have children in your stroller and then take it downstairs while just holding the handlebar. You need to lift your stroller downstairs. Yeah, other than that, the suspension is very nice on the stroller, and having the swivel wheels in front is also very convenient. These of course need to be maintained with regular oiling. But overall, this is a very smooth stroller. Okay, now we've taken the stroller off-road, in a manner of speaking. I don't want to go much more off-road than this. This is a dirt road with a number of rocks in it, and the suspension is still working just fine. The swivel wheel in front is also working fine. Doesn't feel too heavy or anything. In general, I wanted to talk a little bit about locking the front wheels. At the moment, it feels fine with the maneuverability of the stroller. If this was more bumpy, like lots of stones, then you would want to lock the front wheels, mostly in order to help preserve the mechanism. The mechanism housing the front wheels is very susceptible to damage from being shooken too much. So don't think you're going to go off-roading in the sense of walking down forest paths that are covered in roots or over large stone beaches like in Southern California. Overall, I would say in relation to jogging, as a lot of people are interested in TFK as a jogging stroller, It would not be a good idea to jog on a dirt road such as this with any sort of regularity. You will damage the front mechanisms for the front wheels. So if you're looking at this kind of stroller as a jogging stroller, it will work fine. It will work great, in fact, but it's more of a city jogging, a paved road jogging stroller because of the plastic elements in the front wheels. Okay, in this last section we wanted to talk about what can go wrong on your TFK Twinner Twist from a repair standpoint. So first I wanted to reiterate that this is a phenomenal stroller. It is top tier. It's easily within the best 2 or 3 two-seat strollers on the market. But as our job is repairing strollers, what I know most is what can go wrong with these strollers. So I wanted to tell you this, not in order to say that it's a bad stroller, but in order to tell you what areas you need to take care of, to be more careful with, to maintain properly. First area is the mechanism here with the front wheel. This is true on all TFKs that have a swivel wheel in the front. You need to oil in this mechanism once a month, once every 2 months. You pull out the front wheel by pushing in the red button, spray some WD-40 or some kind of spray grease in there and here, and then put it back, swivel it a few times. That's all you need to do. You need to watch out if you have too much weight on one side. This bar can deform, and that can be a bit of a problem because one wheel can be lifted up off the ground, can make it a little hard when you move from side to side. So try to be careful with having an equal distribution of weight. Don't run this as a single stroller for a 5-year-old with lots of stuff on the other side, thinking you can even it out. Okay, next order of business is the zippers. This is also a problematic point on this kind of stroller. You need to make sure that the seats are either all the way up or all the way down. Don't run your zipper halfway, or it could break off some of the teeth or the head, and this can be time-consuming, expensive sewing job. You do not need to replace the entire seat side. Many people think you do, but you can go to a seamstress and they can replace that zipper for you. Seamstresses do still exist. Generally talk to your dry cleaning service and they'll guide you in the right direction. Okay, then let's see. Another common area of problem, especially with some of the older models, is the brakes. And the reason for this is that a lot of the older models have a brake line that is just simply too short. And this means that when you're folding up or putting down the stroller, it can pull too much on the brake line. This can pull it out of this plastic handle area and break the plastic. In order to avoid this, you should have a look at your brake line and try to pin the brake line to the frame. If it runs along the side here or if it runs in the middle, you can use these little plastic strips that are used by electricians, for example, for bundling wire. This would be very easy. It's kind of like a twister seal, but a little bit stronger than that. And just try to attach it to the stroller. And then when you're putting it up and down, be aware of that, because the brake line can hang at different points along the chassis, and you want to just make sure it's not pulling too much. Of course, brake lines can also rust inside, so as with all TFKs, you need to keep your stroller inside, don't keep it outside in a rainy area. And if you notice, if you think that this could occur where you are, perhaps you live in a very humid, salty environment, you can unscrew the brake system here, take it out, and spray some WD-40 or something and let it run down the inside of the tubing. In the event that it goes bad, you can replace the whole brake line, or a bicycle shop can. We have a video about that already. Lastly, just as a shameless advertisement plug, we wanted to say that with all strollers that have a foam handle, they can get ripped and it can look ugly. And one thing that we sell are these leather handle covers, which you can unzip and protect your handle with or hide damage. It zips right on. This is not a bad thing. I'm sure there are other manufacturers as well, but you can buy them through us through the website. And yeah, thank you very much.